Please welcome Executive Vice President and General Manager, Sales Cloud, Salesforce, Chris Billmeyer.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Sales Keynote. I am so excited to be with you all today, and I really appreciate you spending your time with us. First and foremost, I wanted to say thank you. You know, it's amazing to me that we get to sit in a room together and talk about the future of sales. But at Dreamforce, what's really incredible is we don't just talk about the future of sales, we actually build it together. And what's really amazing is that for the last 2 decades, we've been building together to some amazing results. I look at us as the 19th year in a row, a leader in the Gartner Magic Quadrant, #1 in G2 across all segments. And what that means is that from the smallest of the small startup to the largest enterprise out there, we've got you all covered. And that's because of the partnership that we have. And I stepped into this role about a year ago, right after Dreamforce, and I was so optimistic and I remained so passionate about the changes that we can invoke in the sales cycle and the sales process and how we're reinventing that today. And we hear that from you as well. And this Dreamforce for us is different than any other because of what we hear and because of what we see. And let me tell you a little bit about that. So this is the moment of why. So right now our sellers are dealing with 2 things. On one hand, they're dealing with massive expectations and how they're going to drive growth and how they're going to deliver on the outcomes that their customers and business owners expect. And on the other hand, we expect this high level of personalization that we've never seen before, that customers now not only expect, but they demand. Well, we have a challenge here. It's impossible to do both of those things well when 70% of your time is spent on non-selling activities. This isn't a talent problem that we're addressing here. This is a capacity problem. And I know about capacity problems well. You know, before I came into tech, I was a professional baseball player, actually. And we deal with capacity problems and human limitations in baseball as we do in sales. It's about training to push yourself further than you ever thought you could, throwing it faster, hitting it farther, running harder. But eventually, in baseball, like in sales, you hit those human limitations. But what's really exciting, and what I'm really here to talk to you about today, we're entering an era where those limitations for sellers are obsolete. We are entering an era of limitless selling, where agents are force multipliers for sellers. This is a limitless sales era. So let me talk to you a little bit about that. So this is your sales cycle today, right? There is a human in the loop at every step of the process. It's manual. There's a lot of fragmented data and systems that we have to deal with that slow it down even further. You spend hours trying to book meetings, trying to build pipeline, trying to create account plans. Well, now, Agentforce goes ahead and works around the clock to fill your lead list and to book meetings on your behalf. So you don't have to spend time doing that. As a seller, you wake up to a full pipeline and a full calendar. And now, Agentforce builds account plans on your behalf, POVs, meeting prep documents, and actually updates your CRM for you. It's pretty amazing. What seller wouldn't want that? And now Agentforce, well, it creates data-driven sales plans, and it ignites that indirect partner channel. So you can drive all of the growth that's absolutely possible. You can grab everything out of the sales cycle that you possibly can. This isn't a series of feature enhancements. This is a transformation. This is a step function change. And that's why I'm so excited today to introduce you to Agentforce Sales, a transformation of Sales Cloud. So how do we do this? How do we get here? Well, like my team will always tell you, I love to say that great AI comes from great data. And great data not only comes from our applications, but it comes from unstructured data. It comes from conversational data. It comes from meetings data. And if you were going to give all of that data to a rep and say, here you go, run with this, they would not know what to do with it. We'd hit those capacity problems that we have today. That's okay. So we're making it easy for you. We're building a data foundation of sales intelligence that is going to ignite and insight AI across your entire sales cycle. and my favorite part about this keynote is that this is not a what-if keynote. This is a what's now keynote. Most of these capabilities you and your team already have today. You probably don't even know it yet, but our team's been working so hard and delivering so fast to make sure that you have the capabilities that meet the moment of customer demand that we are seeing right now. Now, we're gonna step through every piece of this slide and walk through every feature today. And as we do, I want you to think about, how is this going to affect the way I work? How is this going to affect the way that my teams work going forward? And along the way, we're also going to tell you about some amazing stories of customers already leveraging Agentforce Sales today. Some of the world's best sales teams, Uber for Business, for example, is leveraging Agentforce Sales to onboard partners 24/7 across 130 countries without any capacity constraints. Now, let's get into it. Let's get it started. Let's start at the top of the funnel. Let's start chapter 1 about growing pipeline, and I'm here to introduce our new CMO of Sales Cloud, Dina Apostolou.
Nice work. Thank you, Chris. So as a marketing leader, building pipeline that truly fuels growth is top of mind. So delivering the right message to the right prospect at the right time is critical. In this noisy marketing and sales landscape, this is how you get buyers' attention. But let's be real about prospecting. Out of thousands of accounts and prospects, how do you know where to focus? Who's just noise and who is ready to buy? The hard truth is that sellers are on this eternal scavenger hunt for clues. And those clues might be scattered across dozens of tabs, or perhaps buried deep in marketing databases. And by the time they build that targeted list, they've already missed the perfect moment to engage. Prospecting is a painful experience, and that's why we knew we had to solve it. But imagine this. Imagine having those high-value prospects right at your fingertips. Someone raises a round of funding, hires a team of BDRs, and you know what? Someone from that account engaged with you a year ago, but has recently shown interest in a similar offering. These are the invaluable insights you would have never been able to unlock, hopping between tabs. And now they're instantly surfaced to your team. This is what prospecting looks like in the Agentic era. And we made it possible through our recent acquisition of Bluebirds, which takes your CRM data, enriches it with troves of other data, constantly connecting the dots, giving your reps and agents the highest value prospects to go after. Additionally, we're making it easier to bring in external data sources, and we're announcing several partnerships, such as ZoomInfo, 6 Sense, and Moody's. So let's get right to it. Let's bring this all together in a live demo. Please give a shout out to Dylan and James for helping me out here. All right, I'm a seller prospecting for a financial forecasting solution, but my lead list is spotty with missing context. Does this look familiar? Yeah, thought so. But imagine coming into work every morning with a perfectly prioritized list of accounts and contacts to engage. This is powered by Agentforce. Just like your best rep, Agentforce goes across all your CRM, your call recordings, your data from the web, and brings all of it together to give you the highest value prospects to go after. Let's go and dig into one of these to understand why Ava was prioritized. In this case, Agentforce mined call transcripts, emails, finding that Ava was part of a closed lost opportunity, and she asked for me to reach out to her ahead of her annual planning cycle. Additionally, Ava's company is hiring several financial analysts, and they're showing intent on demand base. The combination of these signals tells me this is the perfect time to reach out to Ava. So Agentforce translates all of this research into a personalized email, so all I have to do is review and send. Agentforce is doing this at scale behind the scenes, saving me hours of time in list building and research. Let's go ahead and show you how we configured this. On the left side, you're going to see that Agentforce has access to dozens of signals across Salesforce data like call recordings, website data such as fundraising and recent hires, and now you can pull in your favorite data source that's external. In the center, we instructed the agent to search across all data sources in natural language. So first, we asked it to look for accounts, whether they were new or existing. Second, to go find contacts that match our ideal customer profile, whether they were in CRM or not. And third, the agent can take action, like drafting emails or pushing to Slack. This is going to save the sales team so much time. All right, so that prioritized list of contacts and leads doesn't just work here. That intelligence follows you so that when you're working in Slack, you have access to it too. But not just you, everyone working around that account list, whether it's sales, marketing, or revenue operations, also has access to view and act on that list. Now, this is my favorite part. You need to add a lead to a marketing campaign? No problem. Agentforce can do that. Agentforce can also handle the two-way campaign conversation as a follow-up. I know firsthand in working with sales, this is one of the least favorite marketing asks that sellers had. So you're welcome. We just fixed that. So this is amazing. It's going to help sellers focus on working those deals. All right. So outbound is one important motion for building pipeline, but let's talk about inbound. Whether a new visitor or an existing customer lands on your website, Agentforce is there to meet them. Agentforce is the first and only agent that can seamlessly move from a service query to pitching products to answering questions and booking meetings. This intelligence works across channels. This is amazing. This is a huge leap forward. So if someone is on your site or in a chat and happens to close out, Agentforce isn't just generically sending out an email. Agentforce will autonomously draft and personalize an email with tailored messaging based on someone's behavior. This turns a missed opportunity into a new lead. I'm so excited to say that we leverage this at Salesforce at scale to ensure no lead is left behind. But not just us, customers across every industry are seeing success, like Indeed, Pearson, and Heed. So, with Agentforce supporting from prospecting to engaging, sellers start their day with a calendar full of meetings. Now sellers can focus on working these qualified leads, not the work in getting there. This is going to help to scale your team, ensure you're focused on the right prospects, and accelerate pipeline growth. So what you just saw is how intelligent data is fueling the Agentforce engine to help you build more qualified pipeline faster than ever. It's remarkable. Now, the prospecting capabilities will be available in February, but you can get your hands on most of it now. So, in fact, we'd like to go ahead and bring up a customer that's already seen such amazing success and results from Agentforce Sales. Please welcome to the stage CEO of Asymbl, Brandon Metcalf. Thank you. All right, Brandon, welcome to Dreamforce.
Thank you.
How's your team doing? Enjoying
Great.
your week?
It's been an incredible few days so far, so we're looking forward to the rest of the show.
Fantastic. Okay, so Asymbl is a small but rapidly growing company. I would love for you to tell everyone a little bit about your business and some of the challenges that you're having and why you turned to Agentforce.
Yeah, great question. So Asymbl is a workforce orchestration company, and what I mean by that is we provide digital labor solutions to onboard digital workers. We also provide recruiting software to onboard human workers. And then we have the expertise in working knowledge of how to bring that all together to turn it into a cohesive workforce to really empower work to happen faster. We launched the company in the early of 2023, and we've been fortunate to experience some incredible demands, and we needed to operate the company as if we were 10x the size that we are. We're actually growing at 58x.
That's amazing.
Incredible. So we turned to Agentforce to help us scale and deliver at the velocity and the volume that we needed.
That's great. So I think one of the most burning questions I'm hearing from customers is where to start first. So tell us a little bit about the tasks that you have Agentforce doing and how that supplements where humans are involved in your sales process.
We have a lot going on. So we focused out of the gate on two main areas. We wanted to focus on recruiting and sales. So talking about sales, since I'm in this keynote, we brought on the sales agent from Agentforce. We actually named it. His name is Theodore Frank. We call him Teddy when he's behaving and Theodore when he's not behaving. So Teddy, just like all workers at our company, has a clear job. So we define his job description, the motivations behind those jobs, and then we measure the success. So for him, he has three things he does. One, work with prospects to make sure that they're the right customer profile that we can successfully support. Two, nurture those prospects, teach them about us, get them excited about us, so that round three, Teddy can introduce that prospect to our human, and the human can continue that process from there. We've seen tremendous success. Teddy is working with 1,000 to 1,500 leads at any given time. If we were to try to do that with humans, we would have had to hire at least 5 more, which for us, in real dollars, that's $1 million we saved.
Yeah, well, that's fantastic. So Teddy sounds like an amazing colleague and has been helping you to drive some great impact. So why don't you tell us about a few of those statistics that you've shared with me in terms of the outcomes your business is most proud of?
Yeah, I mean, Teddy, and then also the recruiter agent. The recruiter, we needed to hire about 100 people in 100 days. And for us at the time, that was 4xing the size of our company. So it's been tremendously successful, so much so, we even hired a chief digital labor officer. His name's Shiv. He's a human, I think. And Shiv's entire job is to go department by department, figuring out where else we can use digital labor to elevate human labor. And it's been fantastic. We have about 60 digital workers active right now, today, across 10 different functions. And it's producing unbelievable productivity. If I had to quantify that in dollars, it's about $5 million in savings for that. It's also exciting for us because now we can take that innovation and that understanding, and we can empower our customers to get the same results that we got.
That's great. Customer facing. That's amazing. Okay, so thank you so much, Brandon, for being here with us. For those of you interested in learning more about the journey of Asymbl, join the Customer Success Keynote tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so now that we talked about how to grow your pipeline and fill your funnel with the perfect prospects, what do you do when one of those prospects says, I'm interested, and you need to turn that interest into a win? To show us what comes next in the Reinvented sales cycle, please welcome SVP of Product Management, Marianne Patel.
Thank you, Dina. Dina just showed you how we are crushing, conquering pipeline. Now let's help close every single one of those deals. But let's talk about capacity. Capacity has been the ceiling that has limited all of our growth for years because your sellers, they're doing soul-crushing work, administrative tasks. Well, Agentforce, it now doesn't just reduce your tasks, it helps actually multiply your capacity, giving you the one thing that you want back more, time with your customers to strategize. But we don't just do tedious work. Agentforce for Sales also enables you to elevate every single seller. We know that human ingenuity, your connection, what you bring to this, that is what we really want to elevate. And so now Agentforce is your very best teammate. It is giving you critical signals, recapping conversations, and even helping you think about how to strategize and focus on these. And we have identified every single part of the sales cycle. And we are doing that here with Sales Workspace, which I'm so excited to show you. So let's give a big shout out to our demo drivers, Daniel and James. And we are gonna show you how we are elevating every single seller. So Dina showed you, you can get amazing calendars, but every seller knows a calendar meeting, that's just step number one. Let's go close these deals. And it starts from the Sales Workspace. This is a brand new experience that we built for you. This is where humans and sellers and Agentforce work together. So I'm going to walk you through this new page. At the top, we have embedded Tableau. That's because you want to be able to spot risk. You want to look at upside. And then on the right-hand side, you can see that we've actually flagged deals that you can go close to close that gap to quota. But my favorite part is in the upper right. This is all the work that Agentforce Sales is doing for you. It's capturing meetings, capturing leads, researching your accounts, and even, yes, updating your opportunities for you. Hallelujah. And then at the very bottom, you're going to see a prioritized list. This is everything that you should be working on where the agent needs you to go connect. So let's get prepared for this very first meeting. This is the new account planning experience. This is a living, breathing document of everything that you need to know about your customers right here. You want a SWOT analysis? You want to go do competitive research? All of that information is right here. This is game-changing to have everything that you need here, and what's more, Agentforce Sales is building you a nuanced, rich point of view on every single one of your accounts and keeping it refreshed all the time for you. And in Slack, account intelligence is right there, because this is account-based selling in a whole new way. I am so excited to see it here. Alrighty, now that I'm feeling prepped for this meeting, Agentforce continues to be by my side. It is going to join me on that conversation and then use conversations to automatically update opportunities for me. Right here, you'll see this new agent activity column. This is where Agentforce Sales is doing all of that work for you. It's using your conversations and turning them into updates so you don't have to do this work ever again. Let's go drill into one of them. Here, you can see that we have recommended an update based on conversations that have been happening. Maybe it's an email, maybe it's a meeting or a note that you've taken. And because trust is our #1 value, all of these updates, they start by something that you can approve or deny. And when you feel ready, you can make them autonomous. They also include full citations. So let's jump right into that call and see all of the data that's there. What I love is that we have now made conversational data actionable as well. To follow up after this call, it's as easy as having Agentforce draft me a follow-up, and everything that I need is right there. I can just send it and keep going on my way. Awesome. Okay, you know, the ball is moving so well that we are actually in the quoting stage of this conversation. And every single seller in this room has told me, I hate quoting. It is the bane of my existence. It's so hard to build a personalized quote. It takes so many different steps. And that's why Agentforce now does this for you. We apply all your business rules, your configuration, personalizing every single quote. It's much easier now. It's 75% faster for you to go do that here. And it's so fast that I'm going to mark this deal closed won inside of Slack. And what I love is that Agentforce continues the virtuous cycle of sales. Everything that I need is right here, because if you look at the lower left and you look at the products to sell, Agentforce is now proactively recommending me upsell opportunities, high propensity to buy products, because they know that I'm going to keep this conversation going with this customer. And this is how Agentforce for Sales elevates every single seller. Now, you just saw this amazing live demo. Yes, it was live. That means that you can go home right now and go turn it on. But I see a lot of blank stares, because you're probably thinking, do I have this? Well, in fact, yes, you do. You have conversation insights. You have pipeline inspection. You have data capture. We have invested and put all of this into the additions that you know, and we've made it super easy for you to go turn on. So please, please go do that and let us know if these solutions have helped you elevate your team. But I have spent a lot of time talking about direct sellers. So let's talk about the other side of your business, the one that drives massive scale. Yes, I am talking about your partners and your channel. And we are agentifying their experience too. And to tell you more, I want to bring to the stage Senior Director of Product Marketing, Connie D.
Thanks, Marianne. So today, 89% of companies are already selling through partners. And that's no surprise. Your partners unlock new markets and extend your reach in ways that your direct sellers can't do alone. But did you know that today we already have an existing market-leading solution to help you manage how you sell with your partners? And now we're extending it to include even more functionality to support your partners across their life cycle. So why do we do this? We've heard that managing your partners to sell with you can often feel like a big black box. It's often inundated with outdated spreadsheets, endless email chains, scattered and disconnected data. And all of that is getting in the way of your partners truly unleashing new levels of revenue and capacity for you. So imagine this. What if you could get complete visibility into your partner's pipeline, just like you have today with your direct sellers? What if you could equip every partner with the data, the tools, and the resources they need to be as successful as your top performing seller? Like Chris said earlier, it's not what if, it's what's now. With Partner Cloud, you now have a complete connected solution to manage every part of the partner's lifecycle, from enabling them to helping them sell all the way to rewarding their success. And we're extending Agentforce to your partners too, so your partners can get a trusted guide that's available to answer any question that comes up and helps you drive deeper engagement. This is how you turn a network of partners into a rocket ship for growth. So let's see it in action. Shout out to Daniel and Dylan for helping me bring this to life. So with Partner Cloud, your partners get a modern experience that is a seamless extension of your brand. This makes them immediately feel like a part of your extended sales team the minute they log on. But the true power in all of this lies in extending your CRM data and workflows. This makes it easy to equip your partners with the data, the tools, and the resources they need in one connected experience. Now, when a partner first logs on, they're often looking to learn about a specific topic, or maybe they've got some questions. Think about what a partner does today. They click around, trying to search for the right, most updated piece of content, or maybe they send off that one-off email to their channel manager, and then they have to wait to hear back. Now with Agentforce embedded right inside of Partner Cloud, partners can get what they need fast. The same agent you saw in Marianne and Dina's demos earlier, engaging leads, managing pipeline, is also guiding partners. So Agentforce can surface product information, specs, and pricing so a deal never stalls. Agentforce can even recommend enablement based on this partner's tier, type, and geography. So what you're seeing is Agentforce is not only cutting the time in half for a partner to get what they need, but it's also driving deeper engagement with recommended enablement. And with this enablement, your partners get specific guidance to reach a specific outcome, which in our case is closing their first deal. So in addition to content and resources for them to check out, Agentforce is even recommending actions for them to take, like registering deals and starting an account plan. And these account plans are the same account plans that your direct sellers have today, and they've been loving. These are now available in Partner Cloud. So your partners can have all the latest account information they need in one place. All right, we've got our partners enabled, they've got their account plans, so now let's get them selling. And we've heard that your partners really struggle with getting true visibility into all of their opportunities, and then once they have it, they don't know where to start. Now with Partner Cloud, partners get complete visibility into their entire pipeline in one unified view. And if you look down the middle, AI is scoring each of these opportunities, so helping a partner know which ones to prioritize first. In this view, everyone has the same view, so co-selling is seamless. And no more duplicate data entry. Partners can easily export all this deal data into their CRM with just a click. Now, for all those hot leads, Agentforce can craft personalized customer outreach grounded in CRM data with just a few clicks. This not only saves your partners time to start reaching out to your customers, but you have comfort knowing that your partners are reaching out with all of your latest messaging and positioning. Now, all this deal collaboration is also possible in Slack, where we're bringing together CRM data, partners, and channel managers all in one place. So when a deal has progressed, everyone's already here to start getting this deal closed. And once this deal is closed, we celebrate, of course, but now it's about staying top of mind. And we know that incentivizing your partners to keep selling with you is critical. And that's why we've added incentive types to Partner Cloud, like loyalty management. With loyalty management, your partners get a real-time view into their points, their promotions, and more, helping you win mindshare with your partners and helping your partners turn these incentives into more revenue for you. And yes, Agentforce is here too. Agentforce can help offer guidance and recommendations on how this partner can reach the next partner tier. All of these suggestions are contextually relevant to the partner because Agentforce knows who this partner is and what to do next. So you've just seen how Partner Cloud unifies every stage of the partner lifecycle and is infusing it with the same data, tools, and agentic AI that your direct sellers have today. The result is an all-in-one modern platform to help you drive deeper engagement and unlock new levels of revenue. Now, selling through partners is just one of many ways to optimize your go-to-market strategy, and we have even more innovation to set you up for success. With AI-powered sales planning, you can now build agile, smarter plans directly inside of your CRM and use natural language to help you model revenue strategies. And once you've built those plans, you got to incentivize your sellers. And with Salesforce Spiff, you can automate commissions and incentivize and motivate the exact behavior you need to hit those goals. And finally, with Agentforce Revenue Management, you can now automate your entire quote-to-cash process right inside of Salesforce. Agents can help surface the right price and take care of all the admin work. Your sellers can focus on the selling, not spreadsheets. And all of these products are native to Agentforce Sales, so you can truly connect your end-to-end sales process and unify your revenue teams. All right, today we've talked about how to grow pipeline, how to grow deals, and how to grow revenue. So let's close things out by celebrating how our customers are growing successfully. And to do that, please welcome to the stage VP of Product Management, Phil Cooper.
Thank you, Connie. How awesome was that demo? That was absolutely phenomenal. Great job, guys. That was fantastic. I lead the SFA product team. And you may be wondering, SFA, what is that again? I've forgotten. It's Salesforce Agentified. And what that means is I spend a lot of my time thinking about how to make the CRM work on behalf of the seller. What you've just been seeing. Generating quality leads. Automating those routine tasks that Marianne was showing you. Spotting risk in my pipeline. And also looking for opportunities in my accounts. That's what we've built Agentforce Sales to do on your behalf. And we're seeing really crazy impact with some of our customers, driving growth. I'll just call out a couple of examples. So Equipta up there, they're a construction equipment company based in Pennsylvania. And they were struggling with dealing with hundreds of inbound leads every week. They weren't touching most of those leads. But they now have an always-on pipeline agent that's helping them prosecute those leads and put deals into the top of the funnel. Another example I'll call out is The RealReal. This is the world's largest luxury reseller. And they have a role called a concierge rep. Now, those folks were getting stuck doing busy work, scheduling shipping, responding to inbound requests, not really selling. We've been able to help them drive their productivity, and as a result, they're seeing now double-digit growth in their business. This is what Agentforce Sales is all about. My favorite example is Siemens. Shout out to the Siemens crew over there. I've had the privilege of working with Siemens for a couple of years now, and if you don't know Siemens, they're a massive multinational engineering company and software company. They have 300,000 employees. They operate in 190 countries, and I love this story because they are an example of transformation at absolutely enormous scale. What they've been doing is setting themselves up to unify their sales team so they really show up as one company to their customers and doing an amazing job selling through the channel. So we're going to go and take a look at their story. Let's roll the movie.
And let me start by saying that Siemens is 180 years old. When I started, this was really more like a traditional engineering company, right? Processes were rather slow. Decision-making could take eternity, and there were several attempts where we tried to compete on the speed of a B2C market.
Siemens.
And we failed. We had to reinvent ourselves to stay relevant. It's a challenge To cope with the enormous expectations from the business, we need to make the most out of data and AI, and we are proud to say that Salesforce is supporting us on that journey.
Siemens is a brand everybody knows. They don't necessarily know where we are. 1 in 3 machines in the world has our control systems. 24 out of the 25 biggest auto manufacturers in the world use Siemens.
We are evolving from an industrial engineering company into a tech company.
We started with putting Salesforce at the core of our digital go-to-market.
We want to have a customer 360 view. We want to have all interactions which we do with our customers in one system.
We chose Data Cloud because as we wish to move to a standard data model, we need to bring the whole power of Siemens to that one customer to help them with that digital transformation.
It will hold the intelligence that we need to know our customers.
Because in the end, customer-centric companies get their product development right.
Agentforce Sales is bringing the agent technology to our CRM landscape, working for us all the time to fulfill our customers' needs.
The Agentic layer is helping us to qualify our leads.
Think about people like getting ready for a customer meeting, right? You want to prepare content, you want to bring customer references, you want to, of course, see what touch points you had with the customer before.
This is something that a human could do, but the agent is really speeding that process up.
The agent can go out, look at the company, look at the people you're meeting, what kind of information do we have, and then give you that information in a very compressed form.
And that means that our entire sales teams are more productive.
And that's the magic for us.
It's really making sure that the whole contextual information, the whole intelligence that the platform has is being actually used with the help of agents.
And that makes you really looking much better, being much more informed, and having more meaningful conversation, and you're not wasting the time of your customer.
The future will definitely be in a multi-agent environment, so it is very important to have Salesforce as a trusted partner.
With Siemens, the vision is to combine the digital and the real worlds like no other.
We are a digital company. We're always at the forefront of technology.
And that is what will make us successful for the next 180 years.
What a fantastic story. I hope you enjoyed that. Incredibly impressive, seeing that transformation at that scale. Now, today we have the great privilege of being joined by Siemens in person today. A lot of the team is right here. Scott, please join us on stage. Scott Gardner, EVP Sales and Marketing at Siemens. Scott, good to see you again.
Good. Great to be here.
And dare I say it, we're going to have some fun as two Brits on stage together. You ready?
I'm ready for this.
Okay. So you're leading the revenue organization for digital industries. Huge job. Congratulations. I also know that you're driving transformation for the sales organization globally across Siemens. Can you tell us a little bit about that? How's Salesforce helping? How the hell are you doing that?
So yeah, I'm, day job, running go-to-market for the digital industries part of the business. But no good deed goes unnoticed. So have a nighttime job as well of really transforming all of our systems, processes, and data for sales. You heard on the video earlier, our customers want to use all of our portfolio, particularly in the industrial space. That's what makes us differentiated from our competition. But historically, actually, whilst we're a very large user of Sales Cloud, different parts of our business, different units used it in a different way. So delivering that great integrated customer experience wasn't always the easiest for us to do. So if we were talking to an industrial customer, we would tell them, hey, look, what you need to do in your factory is you need to connect everything. You need to make sure that you have a common data model. Then you need to drive the transparency of that data and start leveraging the opportunity in the application, simulation, and AI layer. And that's really what we're doing to ourselves in sales. And using Data Cloud has given us a huge opportunity to drive in a very structured way how we bring together the different data parts that we have in Sales Cloud and actually manage that in a transitional way that is effective for us and our customers and drive our business. And with that, we get a foundation of data that helps us leverage the opportunity we see.
So what I'm hearing, just to recap there, is that data foundation Chris talked about earlier on, you're putting that in place right now and your processes. You're getting the houses in order, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what does it look like for the team today? Maybe things that you couldn't do a year ago, now with the Agentforce Sales that you can do?
Yeah, I think, when we focus on that data layer, it's really, and the foundations in the processes, it's let us run a lot faster with Agentforce, because we've been able to use the agents in two ways. One is we're driving that seller productivity. There's a lot of demand from our sellers to make them smarter, make them quicker, have better interactions and better customer conversations, and we can do that. But simultaneously, because we're looking right through our processes, we look at how we can insert the agents through the process model. And actually, Data Cloud helps us do that very effectively in ways that we hadn't thought of. But there's also things that you just couldn't have done before. I mean, our first use case we ever tried was take 100,000 old dead leads and run them through the nurturing agent and just see what it did. And it found some revenue, it found some opportunities, and being able to do things that you were not able to do before. Even a company of our size has finite resources. So making ourselves smarter, making ourselves faster, but also finding new ways of doing things is a great opportunity.
I love that. That sounds a bit like you found free money somewhere.
Yeah, we had some money down the back of the couch.
Now, that was, you were talking there about your team. I know that Siemens is a multifaceted, very large organization. You do sell through the channel. You go to the market with partners in many different ways. We just saw Partner Cloud demoed. How are we helping there? What's the story with partners?
Yeah, we have a really diverse ecosystem. And I think the diversity is probably one of the biggest challenges we have. Our partners do everything from help our customers to build rockets, to roller coasters, to factories of the future. When you're doing things at that diverse level, finding the right partners for the right markets and helping them be more effective is key to us. So rewarding our partners with their right capabilities in the markets we're addressing is part of what we're doing with Partner Cloud. We launched our new partner program on the 1st of October. Partner Cloud lets us get closer and collaborate better with our partners, but it really helps us invest in the partners that are investing in us.
And I think what you saw in that demo as well, I love that answer, thank you, but what you saw in that demo as well was visibility into what those partners are doing, right? I think going back 5, 10 years ago, we had no clue. Leads were gone into the ether. You didn't really know what was happening with those opportunities, hard to forecast. I love that, thank you. You're on this journey, you're pretty far along with it. I imagine that lots of other revenue leaders in the room are getting started or trying to figure out how to get started. What words of wisdom, what have you learned so far that you would share with the audience in terms of getting started with agentic selling?
Well, the first one is we said earlier, you can't escape the foundations. You've got to get the foundations right, go after the data model, and also think about what your processes are that build that data for the data model. You can't escape that. Right. However, just really focus. Is it cool or can you scale it, right? Okay. There are so many opportunities of things you can do. So we have a big mantra around, does this scale? Does it move the needle for us? Because when it moves the needle, we get that triumvirate of value, right? We're faster, we're smarter, we're more efficient, and that's really where we're focused.
I love it. So pick the use case. Don't do too many things at the same time. Scott, thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for your partnership and flying over from London. Really appreciate it. So you've seen a ton of new capabilities that we're bringing to market with Agentforce Sales. One of the questions we hear all the time is, that's awesome. How do I get started? How do I turn these things on? And we've been working on this for a year. A year ago, on stage here, we launched Sales Cloud Go. That has become Salesforce Go. And this is where we make it easy for you to turn on all those new capabilities quickly. I think of it as kind of the one-stop shop that you go to where you can discover those features, you can get them enabled, and then you can monitor their impact. How they're being used, are they delivering the results you're expecting? That's one part of the equation. The other part of the equation is your sellers and your go-to-market teams. And that's where the Salesblazer community comes in. So this is where we support our sales professionals, regardless where they are on their journey, in their careers, to come together, to learn from each other, to make connections, to grow their careers, and ultimately to be better sellers. And today, we're going to showcase one amazing contributor who goes above and beyond in that community. And his name is Mark Keane II. He's joining us in a minute. He's coming in from Ohio. He is a senior account executive at Calius Consulting. And as Mark, come up and join us. So Mark's been working in CRM for about 10 years. He is also a military veteran. So first of all, I know you were, yeah, go ahead. We'll do this way. We'll change it up. Yeah. Awesome. So I know that you've been working in CRM and sales for about 10 years or so, and you were a member of the Ohio National Guard as well. So first of all, I want to appreciate you for your service. Thank you.
No, I appreciate that. And thank you for the warm introduction. I'm very excited to be here today.
You're an amazing contributor to the community. I can see how much you post, how much you support folks, you mentor folks, both in the military community and in the Salesblazer community. Can you tell the crew a little bit how that's helped you support your career?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Salesforce military community was kind of a launch point because I was using Salesforce, but I didn't have a very technical background. So the Salesforce military offers vouchers and free training for veterans. So I was able to get my Salesforce admin cert through Salesforce military. And then the Salesblazer community has been really impactful for my career because it allows me to connect with other sales professionals. I can learn, I can help mentor other people. For example, I've met with a senior leader that was doing a new business development process, and I was able to huddle with them on Slack and be able to implement that within my own organization.
That's fantastic. I love to hear that in action, that those programs work and actually really make an impact. That's fantastic. Now, you're quite far ahead on your journey with Agentforce Sales. So similar question, for everyone who's getting started, what best practices, what have you learned so far that you want to share with the group?
Yeah, I think it's just don't be scared. Get started, dive in. For me, I leaned on the Salesblazer community. So there's a channel there sharing best practices, best learnings, as well as I went to Trailhead itself, and I'm an Agent Blazer champion right now. So I'm working up the tiers and keep on learning. So we're all Trailblazers here. We're hungry to learn more, and just diving in is the biggest part.
That's great advice. Thank you, Mark. I love it. You're being super modest. You're a 3-star rager. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So thank you. But before you go, though, we have one more thing. So you're one of the leading contributors. You're an inaugural member of Advisors Group. You're an incredible mentor for folks. And for that, we want to award you with a golden hoodie.
Oh, no.
All right, we on? Congratulations, Mark. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. Oh, we got to get a picture right over here. What we do? Right there. All right. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Chris, I'll hand it back to you to bring us home.
How about another round of applause for Mark? Amazing. Thank you for all your contributions to the community, Mark. We so appreciate it. So we started this day in two worlds, the manual fragmented before and the agentified seamless after. We promised you a path forward, and we showed you how we were going to lift all those capacity constraints to create limitless sellers. This is the power of Agentforce Sales. And again, this isn't what if, this is what's now. So thank you, everyone, for being here today, for spending your afternoon with us. I can't wait to build the future with you all. Have a great rest of your Dreamforce.